hello and welcome to the Geek Lab and the mad, insane bugger that lives inside it. Me! Now, a few weeks ago, I was approached by a company who said, would you like a free mobile phone? And I said, what's the catch? They said, well, all we'd like you to do is give an honest, unbiased review on your channel of the phone and you can keep it. I said, no, I don't like free mobile phones, go away and never talk to me again. Obviously, no, I didn't. I said, yes, I'd love your mobile phone, but do understand that if I review something and I do not like it, I will say so. And they said, fine. Obviously, I have a lot of confidence in their product. So, a few days later, it arrived, and here it is. Well, not it exactly, it's the box it's within. But this is the VKWorld VK 700X Android 5.1 smartphone. Or at least the box it was in. So, anyway, let's have a look at the box. It's a simple thing, very simple design. On the side, you'll see a bit of a dent. Story to this. It actually came packed really well. It came in a large box, within which was the smaller box, which had wrappings in it. And inside the smaller box was the box and the charger sitting next to it. So I think this is dug in and done some damage there, but it's not caused any damage further in. So let's see what it says on the box. It says CNC metal frame. It is indeed. It's a CNC aluminium metal frame. 5-inch HD screen. Dual SIM cards. Quad-core 1.5 GHz processor, 3D curved glass, 5 megapixel back and 8 megapixel front camera. I don't know what OV is, so no idea. Music and video player, which is basically just an app they've put on it, and 1 GB and 8 GB memory. So it means 1 GB of RAM and 8 GB of ROM. And straight away I can hear people saying 8 GB, that's not a lot. But we'll get to that in a short while. On the other side of the phone, got a little bit Chinese writing. We have www.vkworld.cc, which on my visit the other day, on the Google search it said beneath the title, site possibly hacked. Which is a bit disturbing, but I went on the site anyway and there was no issues. They do a lot of communications devices. And on the back, a brand of Shenzhen, sorry, I cannot pronounce Chinese, sorry, Shen Technology Company Limited, designed by VKWorld, all rights reserved, unique design by VKWorld. So, let's have a look in the box, shall we? While we're doing that, VKWorld actually set up in 2003 to do communications devices. And talking to a gentleman at work, he's actually seen other people with these phones, VKWorld phones, so I'm not the only one. Right, inside we get 2 layers. The bottom layer, the phone itself. Very quick first look. She's upside down. There we go. Ta-da. And you also get in the box USB charging lead, which is all tied up naturally, but I've been using this for several days now. It says VKWorld on there as well, which is handy because now you know permanently which one belongs to your bloody phone. Bags which are like silky, very sensual bags. Oops. Terms and conditions with dealer stamps. Bit useless in this country in this day and age. You also get a screen protector. Now this one looks a bit rough because I actually started peeling it off thinking there wasn't a screen protector on the phone. But I proved to be wrong. There is a screen protector on the phone already. So I had to put that back. Now, the manual. Now this has come out of China, as you know. So, are we going to get good or are we going to get bad? Let's have a look. Starting to use. Charge battery. Right, let's have a look. Alright, charge battery. You'd better use original accessories to charge, or you shall take the responsibility of any damage caused by an improper charger. So there, be told. Pay attention. Initial several times to use new battery. Please after full charge and full discharge for several times and for 10 hours in order to achieve the best performance. It's not too bad. Forward, welcome to VKWorld and thanks for purchasing our products. For the best performance we recommend you read the manual carefully, especially the safety instructions. This manual, just simple guide for your reference. If you have any doubt, please contact us. So, it's not bad at all by any means. It's not perfect, but yeah, it's readable, it's usable, and that is the main thing. So, let us have a look at the phone itself, and here it is in all its glory. Let us boot it. While it's booting, we can read the specs. So, this is an Android 5.1 phone, as we've already established. Quad-core MTK 6580 Alpha processor, running at 1.5 GHz. 5-inch IPS screen, 1280 by 720 pixels, HD. It works on the 2G or the 3G network, doesn't work on 4G. It has a 2200 mAh battery, which gives 2.5 hours of talk time or 180 hours of standby claimed. Dual SIM cards, 1GB of RAM, 8GB of ROM. It has GPS and AGPS. It has the 8 megapixel rear camera and not one in the back, and the one here is 5 megapixel apparently. It is a CNC aluminium frame, which is nice, and at the time of recording it was on sale. It used to be £169, it's now available for £53.99, which is a bargain by any standard. But is it worth that much? Well, let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a quick tour of the... Oh dear, I've bodged it up already. Have a quick tour of the outside. Oh. Yeah, one of the things, it does pick up thumbnail fingerprints very easily. So on the front we've obviously got, ooh, look at my floodlight there. You've obviously got the screen, which is a nice screen. If I switch it on, there we go. You can see it's a nice screen, nice and bright. That's not on full brightness either. So yeah, it's responsive, very responsive. No issues there. You can swipe and select and do all sorts of gooey stuff very easily. On the sides we have, well, it's actually wraparound glass. I don't know why they make big things of this wraparound glass, especially when it's just there. But I suppose what they mean is there's no end to the glass. It actually goes to the frame itself. And yeah, there's no edge on the glass here. This is entirely glass front. The sides, CNC frame, frosted glass or frosted aluminium, which is nice, very sensual. On the top, you've got the audio jack and two plastic inserts, I think they are. On the bottom, other side, you've got a volume rocker and a power switch. Both of these are metal too. And on the bottom, microphone and USB port and two of these little inserts. The back, oh dear, I have scummed it up already. Hang on. I was making this all nice for you to see, but I scummed it up with my scummy old fingers. Right, on the back, you'll see it's a black plastic design with white writing. Again, it's a very silky feel to it, but as you've noticed already, it doesn't half pick up the fingerprints if you're using it without a case. If you're OCD like me, I am slightly, you're going to be cleaning this a lot, wondering where your life went, because you'll be cleaning an awful lot. Also at the back here is a speaker, the camera, 8 megapixel, and obviously a digital LED. So, what's it like inside? Well, I'm about to show you. We'll get the top back off, which is a bit of a... So, I shall be back with that off. Okay, here we are with the back off, and before we go any further, I would like to say, just a note to VKWorld. They did very kindly put a little sticker on here saying to remove both the front cover. There was an extra protector on the front cover, and to remove the little bits of plastic that come on the battery to protect the contacts while it's in transit, so it doesn't use any power or anything. Unfortunately, they put it in a very heavy sticker. This sticker was one of the most sticky things ever, and it took ages to get off and then to clean the area. So in future designs, can I request you don't do that, please? Thank you. Other than that, let's carry on. Okay, obviously got your 22 milliamp hour battery. Space for an SD card. It will take up to 64 gigabytes. I've got a 32 gig in there, and 2 SIM slots. Now, the strange thing is, I've got a contract Vodafone SIM I'm using here on it. I put this in the primary slot, which is here, and it wouldn't accept it. I put it in the secondary slot, no problem whatsoever. It loves it. So I don't know what's going on there, but it did not like it in the first slot. And like any other device like this, back just clips back on. Let's have a look at the performance of it. Now, obviously I've been using this for a while now, so 3 or 4 days, so I've changed everything. But what I did before I changed everything, I made this little video showing the default configuration it comes in. So here you can see the different apps that come on it and all that good stuff. Now that's obviously been changed by me since then. I've got this running on the Wi-Fi. There was no problem picking up the Wi-Fi whatsoever. Oop. Apps. Let's have a look at the apps. Touch, very sensitive screen. It's no problems with selecting stuff. Here's YouTube. Go to my videos. It's nice and fast. Those of you who are being snobby, remember my internet is not the fastest, but there you go. Right, hello, and welcome to the Geek Club and the mad, insane twonk that lives inside it. Me! Anyhow, that's me! Here we are with our 3D printer. So there we go. Facebook works nice and fast. Screen rotation works fine. Responds lovely. You can see here Facebook boots up for the first time since it started. There we go. And you can see with the limitations of my Wi-Fi speed. Why is it stopping there? There we go. It's running nice and smooth. There we go. So that's Facebook, no problems. Gmail runs fine. Twitter is running fine. There it is, that's Twitter fired up. So no problem with normal apps. And I know what a lot of people from my channel are going to ask, what's it like for games? Well, I have a games run here. First of all, try very simple games like Sokoban, choose World 1. We'll just go with something I've already done. And yep, as you can see, this is a game where you have to slide blocks around, but responds fine. There we go. Quick level, yes. Bit more complex games, such as Run 3, which is a clone of what's it called? Where you have to run out the Temple Run, I think. But as you'll see, once it's loaded, play. As you can see, yep, runs fine. Woo! Yeah, okay, I'll play again. Play. Sorry, don't want to Charm King. Go away. Right, play. Right, come on, let's go. But you can see, yep, 3D performance on that occasion is very good. CSR Racing works quite well. Do get some stuttering now and again, but it works quite well. The only games where it seems to struggle is the latest 3D races. It is going to struggle there and slow right down. Now, one of the criticisms I came across in some of the reviews I've read, well, one of the reviews I read, said that one of the problems here is the 8 GB of onboard storage. They said you run out quickly, you can only put a few apps on, and once you've used Facebook a few times, it's full. Well, I don't know if it's from a later update or not, but this phone will actually let you store the apps on the SD card, and it'll load up to 64 GB on the SD card, so that is not an issue. May have been for his, but it ain't for this one. So let's have a look at the specifications on this according to the system itself. Okay, I've got CPU-Z set up here, and this tells you all about the system. As you can see, it has actually got 4 CPUs, cores 3 with 4 CPUs. Some of you more technical guys may know this. Architecture's 3 ARM Core A7s at 1.3 GHz. Clock speed is between 640 to 1.3 GHz. You can see the different CPUs being used there. There you go, jumps in as I touch the screen. GPU load, practically nothing. GPU vendors ARM. Manufacturer model is VK700X, we know that. Manufacturer Intex, brand VKWorld. So it's yeah, VKWorld must be manufactured by Intex or VKWorld. Board is unknown. 720 by 1280 as claimed. 320 DPI. Total RAM 961 megabytes. Android version 5.1 that comes on it. Root access no. Health good. Battery level 82%. Status not charging. Lithium ion running at 25 degrees voltage. 3799 millivolts. Temperatures. Different sensors. The hell? Ah, go away. We got interrupted by an advert. Yeah. So anyhow, so as you'll have already heard from the YouTube app, the music is fine. It goes quite loud, but I normally use a Note 4, and one thing about this is the volume on the calls is lower. It's not low, it's by any means, it's not low. It is lower, and it's a softer tone than on the Note 4, less bassy, but that may be not fair because that's an expensive phone. This is not. But I'm just saying that the voice call is lower on this thing than I am used to on that phone. It may be just that phone's loud. I do not know. But it's a bit quieter on this one. Now, let's have a look at the camera. It's a standard Android 5.1. So there's nothing to write home about there. But I have been out looking at different things and taking pictures, and what is about to come up is my gallery. Yes, I've got a gallery of pictures and videos, and what I'll do is I'll record some voiceover on this camera for that footage. So here we go. And we start with a quick macro shot of Millennium Falcon brought to me by my wife, Keyring. This is a donation, came the other day. You'll be seeing more of this in the later videos. And here's some pictures on a terrible winter's day. It was cloudy, the sun was low, so really difficult shots for a camera to deal with. But you can see it's managed quite well to capture the light there against the sky. It's quite difficult, so it did quite well on that one. These are HDR shots, so that the dark and the light areas get captured. That was HDR on, this is HDR off. I actually think that one looks better with HDR off. That was taken with the front camera, the smaller camera, just to see what it looks like. And these are taken with the main camera once again, rapids for water shots, and I think that's HDR on and HDR off for the house. And then we just got some videos of the local rapids just to show you what the camera's like. And as you can see, it's a little bit jittery. I don't know if that's because of my car, but it's a pretty fast car, but it seems to be a little bit jittery. Front camera, a little video with the front camera, not that you ever would, but there you go. No sound seems to come through on that one for some reason. And then another video on the back. So there you go. That's what the camera looks like on a very difficult filming day with a very low sun there. And the dark shadows of winter. Wonderful. Right, the last thing to cover is the battery, and that's always a concern with these types of phones, is how long is the battery going to last. This is a 22 milliamp hour battery. Now initially, first time I ran it, the indicator up there plummeted like a brick. It went down really fast. And I thought, oh bugger, this is not good. Perhaps a few charges will help it. Second charge plummeted again, but it howled around 51% for a couple of hours and then poosh, again. But I kept it going because I was testing it, and it got to 1%. And 10 minutes later, it was still on 1%. So I fired up some YouTube videos. An hour later, it was still on 1%. This is after it had been running for 12 hours or so. So we've been using it, daily, like surfing and stuff for 12 hours, and yeah, it was down on 1% and stuck there for over an hour, so I gave up and charged it. The last run, we constantly using it for about 15 hours, and it said it got about 8 hours left. So yeah, battery on this, as far as I can tell, is not a concern. The first few charges, that will plummet fast, but it seems to go much better behaved as it's been charged a few times, as it recommends in the manual. Discharge it all the way, charge it back up a few times, and it should settle down. I've been told by some of the people on our Facebook forum that these need to get to know the battery. The software needs, the processor needs to get to know the characteristics of the battery before it can give you a proper reading. So that's likely the cause of that, but it was a bit scary. But now that it's had a few charges, yes, no complaints about the battery life. You are going to get a good day's use out of this. It's going to take you to work, come back, and there'll be plenty of battery left. So, do I recommend this? Yes. I've actually, because my phone has a smashed screen and it's all tatty, I'm now actually using this as my main phone. At £52, you can't really argue. I'm really impressed. I thought this was going to be some cheap phone. It's going to be pretty rubbish, but it's not, as you can see from using it. Oh, let's show you this more. I like that. As you can see, it's not a cheap phone. It's well made, good construction materials, well thought out, got a good battery in, phone signal is good, works on the Wi-Fi well. I've worked hard to try and find something wrong with this phone, because I like to take things to find faults, but I really can't. I mean, the camera is not going to be the best. It's an 8 megapixel camera. It's not the best in the world. It's not bad. It does the job. It works fine. Only if you're really picky are you going to find anything wrong with that camera. It's fine. It does the job. Yeah, and it came quicker, a day sooner than they said. It said it was going to be, I think it was 2 days, 3 days delivery. It was 2 days delivery, so it took us by surprise. So I don't know how it compares to other phones within the price category, but I'm just approaching it from the experience of a Note 4 user and getting this delivered and using it. I am impressed. It's well made, lovely frame. The only thing is, with the screen protector on, it gets covered. As they usually do, it gets covered in fingerprints, but with the screen protector it just seems so difficult to remove them. You're going to need proper screen lens cleaners are the best route to cleaning this, because normal cloths don't seem to work too well. There we go. So there's an honest review. as you asked for. So, the VK700X. A big thumbs up, I'm impressed from me. And also Fluffy has been using this, she's impressed, and it's been handed around at work to much interest to the guys who are rather impressed and said, I like that. How much was it? And when you say £52, you're like, ah, I like that. So, yes, I recommend it. If you want to have a look at it on Amazon, there is a link below where you can go and peruse the phone on Amazon. So, there you go. If you enjoyed this review and you'd like to see more reviews, or you like retro gaming or just geeky nuttiness and retro technology, then please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video if you want, because that does help. And if you want to join us on our social media, such as my Facebook group, Twitter and Google+, there are links down below in the description box. So it just remains to me to say thank you to VKWorld for supplying me with this. And thank you very much for watching. Thank you all for how much?
You need to quit being dirty. You're a dirty boy.